You've seen my previous video on landscape fabrics and types of landscape fabrics. You know that I choose to use a woven landscape fabric, whether it's for my own personal property or for my clients. In this video today, I'm going to answer the 3 most asked questions I get about woven landscape fabrics. Before we get too far in this video, please take a second to subscribe to my channel. In addition to being able to access this video in the future, you'll be able to see all of my previous videos and any upcoming videos that I produce as well. The first question is, do weeds grow up and do weeds grow through this type of landscape fabric? And we'll go take a look at it. Behind me right now is a landscape fabric that I put down a year ago, 12 months ago. I haven't topped it. I left it specifically so we can do this video this summer. In addition, we'll go back and I'll take a look at the area that I demoed from a year ago, or from 2 years ago. The second most asked question I have is, can we drop landscape fabric, this type of landscape fabric, directly on top of grass? And if you do that, will it cause the landscape fabric to break down? Will the grass grow up and through, or will the grass die and kind of self-compost underneath the landscape fabric? We'll take a look at that as well. And the last question that I get all the time, whether I'm with a client walking through a department store, in a department store, landscaping section, wherever it is, even from other landscapers and landscape companies, does this product break down? And we'll have a look at that as well. And then you can determine if you feel this is a product that is right for you. So the most asked question that I get regarding landscape fabric is, will weeds grow up and through it? So let's take a look here. It's important to note that this is a woven landscape fabric. It is not the typical perforated stuff that you would find at a department store. I will add a link below if you have not already watched my video on woven landscape fabrics, so you can see exactly the difference between them. That would be a perforated and a woven landscape fabric. As you can see, there are no weeds growing up. There are no weeds going through. There's no remnants of weeds growing up or through. I set this down last year and I have literally just left it. As I said, the second most asked question that I have regarding this type of landscape fabric is, can you put it directly on top of grass? I'll pull this back and we'll have a look at it. Something to note, a woven landscape fabric does allow for water to leak through in underneath to the earth below, so your ground will not dry out as a result of putting this type of a landscape fabric. So we'll take a closer look here. I installed this last spring. You can see it in some of my other videos that I've done last year, and you can see there's no turf left here at all. It's completely broken down, and it's just earth. I did not remove the turf before I put this down. So if you've watched my previous video where I compared different types of landscape fabrics, you will have seen this section that's behind me. This is a section that I had done a demo of from 2 years ago that had been installed a year previous. In that video, I compared different types of landscape fabrics. As I said, the perforated type versus the woven style that I use here. So the third most asked question that I get, how long can you expect a woven landscape fabric last without breaking down. Let's go have a look. So this is one of my first videos from the spring, and you can see the mulch is quite matted down. Plow comes through here and dumps sand and such on top of my mulch. I'll have to clean this up. So how well has this stuff held up in the 3 years that I've put it down? Let's take a look. Pull this away, pull the mulch away. Insect there. This is as hard and firm as when I put it down 3 years ago. Zoom in a little bit here and you can see this has not broken down at all. So you can expect by putting down a woven type landscape fabric that you will have this for a very long time without having to replace it. With that, this video is done. It's time for me to get to do some planting. My wife's been asking me for a year, when am I going to get to this? And I keep saying, wait till the spring, wait till the spring. Spring has sprung, it's time for me to get to work.